always get an opportunity to make things happen. Do we have sound? Do we have sound? All right, Indiana Zone, making it happen. So I want to make sure that I share some information with you all. Make sure you guys know what's happening around town. First of all, the Friday, February 16th, 2018, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., community rule nonprofit jazz mixer featuring North of Eden Band. We'll have some nonprofits, networking vendors, authors, cash bar. $10, good people, $10. Come on out to 4202 North EMS Boulevard in Greenfield, Indiana, right here at Collaborative 317, where we put it down on a weekly basis, and all the good work that Jumbo Love does here at Radio Next, all community, all the time. I'm telling you, there's some good work happening over here. You guys need to get involved. Come on out, February 16th. All right, so I'm always prepared in case I don't have a guest, because I want to make sure that you guys are getting good information. I don't want there to be any excuses. I know we have a good time when the guests come in, and I love it when I get to give you a chance to get to meet people on their level. It is so much more fun that way. But today, I hope my voice doesn't get on your nerves. My wife tells me it's okay. She spent a whole hour with me before, and she's good to go. So here we go. Upcoming events. I want to share some things that are happening around town, especially since, everybody has some energy that they want to burn, some things they want to get into. I want to share with you on February 19th, a couple Mondays from now, Marion County Young Dems are partnering with Indiana Democrat African American Caucus, and they're presenting Being Black in Indiana Politics. So I think this is a fantastic opportunity for everyone to come and talk and listen to what it's like on the other side. If you're not an African American, if you don't know the Black experience, you don't understand the Black experience, and if you don't understand what it is to try to break into politics, especially in Indiana as African Americans, come on out. Black folk, come on out and support this event. Young folks, come out and support this event. This is Marion County Young Dems normal February meeting date. It is at the I can never say this right. The Athenaeum. I'm sorry, I messed it up. 401 East Michigan Street, 46204, from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. They will have a panel of speakers discussing their work and what it is like to be Black in Indiana politics and what we can do to be better allies. So basically, it's a collaborative effort. On the panel, they will have Representative Robin Shackelford, Indianapolis native. Robin, if you don't know Robin Shackelford, she's doing some good things in the State House. She's representing the far east side of Indianapolis. She's been doing her thing for a while. You guys know who she is, representing House District 98. Robin Winston, you may not know who this brother is. He's a business leader and a skilled political strategist. He's one of those behind-the-scenes brothers that most people don't know about, that are, donating money, helping people raise money, been working on really, really big campaigns over the years, has a marketing firm that helps candidates. So he's been doing his thing for a lot of years. I had a chance to meet him a couple years ago when I first started running. Cool dude. Also, we have Angela Smith Jones. She is the deputy mayor of the city of Indianapolis for economic development. I don't know if you know, lately she has been getting like crazy accolades all up and down the state. IBJ is loving on her. The Indy Commerce is loving on her. That's a pretty conservative group, and she's representing the Hawksett administration, so there must be some good work that she's doing there. And also Camille Ferguson, who is the City of Indianapolis Legislative Director and Director of Minority and Women Business Development. So if you don't have anything else, that's a good lineup. I mean, my goodness. That's what's up. I think everybody should join in and go over there. I wish I could. I have a previous engagement. I'm doing a podcast live that night, so I may not be able to make it over. But you guys should definitely go over there and check that out. Marion County Young Democrats, Indiana Democrat African American Caucus of Indiana, they're doing this together. They're working together to bring you this information. All right, my boy boys, we doing it strong. February 12th. Stonewall Democrats Mixer from 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. at Goodfellas Pizza. And in the back, it'll be the Wise Guys Lounge. This is at 545 Mass Ave. Look, this is just an after work get together. We'll always have T-shirts and tank tops that we're selling, but this is just an opportunity for you to get to know who the what do you call us? The board. You know what I'm saying? The board. Stonewall, if you don't know, is the LGBT wing of the state party. We are making sure that our voice is being heard, just like IDAC is making sure the African American issues are being heard. The Latino Caucus is making sure the Latino voice is being heard. Stonewall makes sure the LGBTQ plus Hoosiers are being heard. So come out and hang out with us, plus our allies. You do not have to be gay to hang out with gay people. I want to make sure that I reiterate that. You do not have to be gay. It's okay. We love everybody. Everybody can join in. It's fun time. All right. Also, I'm really excited because, it has been said more than once. I took heed, and I'm doing the best that I can as Deputy Chair for Engagement for the State Party to make sure that when people bring something to me, that I try to act on it. So one of the things we talked about was how the state party, it seemed as if that there was no connection between, the state party and the black vote. Well, that's not true. The state party wants the black vote. We need the black vote. It's not even a matter of want anymore. It's a need. We have to have it. So on the heels of what happened in Alabama, we are going to have on March 10th, IDAC, of course, Indiana Democratic African American Caucus, and the Indiana Democratic Party. We're coming together and we're going to have a panel. We're going to talk about the power of the black vote. We're lining up speakers as we speak. I have a commitment from Councilman Bob Osley to come. I have a commitment from Marion County Clerk's Office, Myla Eldridge, to come. I have a few more commitments ironed out. Oh, Peter Lester from the Marion County Democrats. I'm telling you, this is going to be an awesome event. Also, I'm working it out so that Jumbo Love, HB, and Radio Next can come and broadcast our panel live so that we can reach more people. Because the bottom line is we're trying to meet you where you are, right? So this will be at the Julia Carson Center at 11 o'clock on March 10th. But I'm excited about this one because I want to connect the dots, right? I want to see us connect the dots between the African American community and the political process and how policies are being made. My pitch is always like this. We don't always know what's most important in the African American community unless you go there and ask that question. Some people, reproductive rights may be their big thing. Some people, it could be, gay marriage. That's their big thing. That may not necessarily be the issue that's most important in the African American community. I know all of you guys be like, why not? It's so important to me. But that's not necessarily what's important to them. I imagine, most groups, most demographics don't have the same fear of being, accosted, brutalized, and even killed by law enforcement without, legal repercussions. That's something that weighs on us, probably more than the average. Or affordable health care, or child care. We already know that, African Americans, especially African American women, make way less money than white men and white women. And so affordable child care is something that we probably care about more than some of those other issues. But so we have to be able to connect the dots on how policy directly impacts our life. Public education and how the vouchers are impacting public schools, things that really impact our lives. So we're going to have discussions on that. I mean, listen, we're not Alabama, right? We're not Alabama. Alabama has a 30% African American population for the whole state. 30%. Indiana only has like a 9% African American population. But here's the thing. Most statewide races, you can't win without winning Marion County. Marion County is the largest county. It has over 700,000 registered voters. And we make up over 25% of the population in Marion County. So don't think that there isn't power in the African-American vote in Indiana. We just got to show up to the polls, but it's our responsibility, I think, as party leaders and as party administrators to make sure that we are connecting those dots. And so I'm reaching out to you guys, just like on the other events that we have going on, to come and check us out, because it really is about improving our communities and improving our way of life through policy. So those are just some of the events that are coming up that I wanted to throw out there to you, because, you know, every week there's something going on. Every week there's, you know, now mind you, candidates are everywhere doing their thing, and party officials are doing their thing, but these are community engagement things that we feel like from all areas of our party that we need to do. From Marion County Young Democrats to the Indiana Young Democrats, IDAC, Latino Caucus, you know, there's a Labor Caucus coming, you know, Stonewall, all of us. We are trying to do things in the community so that you know who we are. And then if you have questions or concerns about something, anything, you know who we are and you can reach out to us. We may not always have the answers, because I'm going to tell you right now, we don't always have the answers. But there is an opportunity for us to find those answers for you, get that information out to you, and just try to help. Because honestly, there's nothing in our world where politics and policy doesn't impact it. Did you go buy a new car? You sure as heck didn't buy it on Sunday, did you? Because there's policy in place, right, to make sure that you can't buy a car on Sunday. Of course, now we just passed alcohol sales on Sunday. Isn't that awesome? And CBD oil, we passed that, but we still don't have a hate crimes bill. Shame on you, Republicans in the State House, for not passing a hate crimes bill once again. We're one of 5 states. It's time for us to move forward. It is definitely time for us to move forward. All right. I was hoping to have today, I'm a little disappointed. I'm a little sad. I got up a little early this morning. If you guys know me, I'm always in the morning trying to get to work on time. I stopped by North Central High School to pick up my Puerto Rico supported t-shirt, but they didn't have it ready for me. So I don't have it to hang up today. I'm a little sad about that. I was a little excited because my alma mater took it upon themselves to their student council, North Central, their student council had a t-shirt drive helping Puerto Rico. All the proceeds go to help Puerto Rico. I was hoping to have it. I'll pick it up in the morning. They said I can come back in the morning. I'm looking forward to getting my t-shirt and wearing my t-shirt because it's for a good cause. Now, listen, Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands are still struggling. It is not over, people. It is not, still over a third of the island is like, that's right, 88, still a third of the island is without power. That's quite a few people. So that means if you have no power, that means you probably have no plumbing. You have no waste extraction, all the things that matter to everyday humans. And these are American citizens. We're still struggling after this hurricane that our American citizens don't have all of the necessities that they need in life. That's still crazy to me. But I found this article today, just amazing, right? I try to always be prepared. You never know, life happens and the guest may or may not be able to join us. So I always try to stay prepared. And I found this article. This is amazing. And the headline of the article is "A Ray of Sunshine Falls on Puerto Rico." I was like, what is this? What are we talking about? What are we celebrating? I know that I saw the kids celebrating when they finally had power in their schools and the teachers and everything. But this story talks about how even though Puerto Rico is still in the midst of a blackout and over a third of the island, there is a move to get some solar energy and solar renewable energy options on the island. I'm like, whoa, check this out. So, honestly, they're still struggling. Alternatives to fossil fuels are great, but building an infrastructure to sustain them is going to be expensive and it's going to take years. So it's not like it's going to be something that's going to happen right away. But what they are doing is building a smaller standalone test system based on some of the technologies that they've learned around the way, right? So one of those tests, Louis Berger, who recently won an Army Corps of Engineers contract to supply temporary power to the island, is installing 2 prototype solar hybrid microgrid systems. Check this out. an island that was devastated by a hurricane is going to have real renewable options before the state of Indiana does, because, you know, we had SB 309 and well, we killed, we killed renewable energy. We killed it. So, but what they're going to do, and this is pro bono. Come on, this is pro bono. The pro bono demonstrations will support La Perla de Gran Presidio Women's Shelter, and the other will support the Hogar El Pequeño Joshua Children's Shelter. I don't speak Spanish, please forgive me. But these are in the rural mountain villages of Barrio Nuevo and the municipality of Bayamon. So you guys look that up on the map, but there's going to be places where they're going to put these smaller solar-powered energies to bring some power to more of the rural areas that have been needing it. So over the next few months, a larger capacity solar hybrid microgrid will provide power to all the buildings in these compounds. So they're you know, this is all a test. Right? You know, it's going to take a long time to really build up, you know, maybe solar energy in the Caribbean on this island, but they're moving forward. Yo, they're not allowing legislation and lobbyists to stop them from using what they can to bring back power to this island. I'm excited about this. I hope this is a good thing. I'm hoping that they are able to help and get these folks what they need. I mean, I can't even imagine going this long, you know, without, just think about it, without ice, without ice or a hot shower. I mean, just the simple things in life. And of course, you know, I'm not going to call him I'm just going to say 45, right? 45. He wants a military parade. He wants to parade up and down the street in D.C. with our weapons and our military personnel, because he saw Kim Jong-un do it and he saw Vladimir Putin do it. So he wants to spend money on a parade instead of spending money on improving the lives of American citizens in Puerto Rico. Y'all, I posted something the other day. I was like, man, I know some white folks was upset that we had a black president, but y'all could have nominated Elmer Fudd and he'd have done a better job than this dude. I'm serious. Come on. This is awful. He wants a parade? A military parade. Listen, everybody in the world knows we spend 5 times more money on our military than we do anywhere else, than anyone else does in the world. 5 times more. So everybody knows that we have a mighty military. Everybody knows we have some of the bravest soldiers on the planet. I had a chance to talk to one of them this past week. Amazing fellow. He was a Republican. I think I connected with him, though. He said he wasn't going to change, but I got him to see the light. But anyway, we have an amazing military. So why do I need to parade them? So 45. Take some of that money that you want to use to parade military personnel, which, from what I understand, they don't even want to do it. Take some of that money, put it in Puerto Rico. They need it more than we need a parade. Where are your priorities? See, this is the guy you elected, Paul Ryan. You the Speaker of the House. Stand up to this dude. Mitch McConnell, you are the leader of the Senate. Stand up to this dude. It seems like all of you guys got innies instead of outies anymore since he came up on the scene. He came down the escalator and all y'all just sunk down inside yourselves. Good Lord, he don't know much. All you got to do is point him in the right. Oh, wait, this is the direction you wanted him to go in. You wanted somebody that didn't know anything and that could just sign your, 20%, 40% tax cut for the wealthy that's permanent, but the little $1.50 tax cut that we get is temporary. You got your clown. That's what you wanted. I'm not fooled. But listen, you have a responsibility. There's a reason why we have 3 branches of government. One branch does not supersede the other branch. So if the executive branch, which is 45 seat, is not doing what it's supposed to do, the legislative branch is supposed to take care of business. And y'all been sucking at it. You guys got all 3 branches of government, and you have demonstrated over and over and over again that you are not capable of governing. You haven't done anything. You passed your little tax cut. And you did that so that you can, create a bigger deficit so that you can cut Medicare, cut Medicaid, cut Social Security, cut fair housing, cut anything that helps poor people. Speaking of poor people, our General Assembly, which has a supermajority of Republicans, is talking about and has passed another one of those, if you get Medicaid or Medicare, you got to work bills. So I guess they somehow or another, these people seem to think that people just sitting around being lazy, because obviously, being poor and struggling is something that people want to do. They strive for this. And so, they passed this bill, but once you take out the elderly who receive the services, children who receive the services, and students who see the services, and those that are disabled who receive the services, what do you have left? Yeah, this ain't, it's not going to be the cost savings that you seem to think it's going to be. So I don't even know what to tell you, but I'm excited about Puerto Rico. They're going to get solar energy when Indiana, we're trying to get Amazon, but we won't have solar energy. Sorry. You think Amazon, listen, they may come because, they can pay cheap labor here and not have to worry about it. But I tell you what, without mass transit, without renewable energies and a way to move forward with renewable energies, why would Amazon want to come here? Other than for the cheap labor. And then we will end up subsidizing that cheap labor, because more than likely, most people work who receive assistance work 2 and 3 jobs. And they still need assistance. We need to raise the minimum wage $15. I'm saying it. $15. I believe 100% $15. That's minimum. We haven't had a wage increase in almost 2 decades, but the cost of living continues to go up. I wish we could elect people who actually give a damn about Hoosiers in my state. I wish we could do that. That would be nice. Because you got Brian Bosma. So, listen, Poonam Gill is running against Brian Bosma this year. Indiana's own is not. So, please, y'all support her. I will be supporting her. She's running against Brian Bosma in District 88. Brian Bosma votes to allow loan shark rates. The things that we focus in on when you have a supermajority and you really can't, stop certain pieces of legislation. HB 1319. HB 1319 passed the House this week, and it agreed to, allow short-term lenders who lend money to folks who are struggling, payday loans. You guys know who they are. They're all in the hood. They're not in my neighborhood. I'll be honest with you. There's not a lot of them in District 88. But there are a whole lot of them in some of our other districts, right? They have allowed these payday loan people to charge 222% interest on short-term loans. Now, this is the part that, I know everybody was mad about that. I'm mad about that. But do you know that the felony charge is 72%? It was a felony. It was a loan shark felony if you charge more than 72% on a short-term loan. So if 72% was a felony, then why is 222% okay? Brian Bosma. Oh, I know why. Because your buddies, Matt Whetstone and Matt Bell, are lobbyists who used to work with you, and they spent somewhere close to $190,000 to lobby you for this bill. This is just like the Sunday alcohol sales, right? The lobbyists got together and the consortiums got together and said, this is the legislation that we're going to have our supermajority Republicans pass. See, the supermajority Republicans in the State House aren't actually writing legislation. They're getting it from the lobbyists. The people who are paying them, they're in their pockets. Brian Bosma, shame on you. Shame on you. 32 years in the House, and this is what you're doing? This is what you're doing. You're selling people out who are struggling, who are and you know, are trying to make it day to day because we have a low minimum wage. We haven't increased wage. We haven't had any wage increases. The cost of living continues to go up. And then when people are struggling, oh yeah, charge them 222%. I just don't get. Are y'all connecting the dots? Is it just me? Are y'all connecting the dots? Keep them low wage. You know, don't give an opportunity to grow. And then when they struggle, keep them even. Put your boot on their neck even more with a 220% loan shark interest rate. 222%. When 72% was the felony. Thanks, guys. I really, really do appreciate it. You know, Brian Bosma's church doesn't even like it. So how you go to church on Sunday and be like, praise the Lord. Oh, y'all didn't want me to do that? You didn't want me to rob and steal and cheat and, oh, I'll just sit back here in this pew. Y'all won't notice I'm there. Y'all won't even notice I'm there. Wrong. Not going to happen. See, Brian Bosma, you wrong for that one. You know what I'm saying? So if I could lobby for anything, please, people, don't go to these loan sharks. Don't go to these payday loans. I know sometimes you're struggling. I can't tell you what to do if you have a hungry kid or you about to lose your house. And see, it's easy. I mean, not easy. It's I don't know your situation. And so it's easy. Yeah, it's easy for me to say what you should and you shouldn't do when I don't know your situation. But these folks have made it impossible for you to ever get ahead if you go down this route of these payday loans. I'm just gonna ask you to like not ever do it. I wish I had an alternative for you. I wish you can go get a short-term loan from reputable banks. I wish Brian Bosma and the Republicans in the House wouldn't come up with bills to charge people 222%. But we can flip some seats in 2018, and maybe we can repeal some of this craziness. So that means borrowers who would earn, listen, this is how bad it is. If you had to earn $23,800 a year to qualify for a 6-month loan of $1,500. And then by the end of the loan, the borrower would end up paying $2,378, according to the analysis by the Indiana Institute of Working Families. My girl Robin Shackelford says, I'm all for helping people, but this bill is helping no one but the companies that are going to benefit from these high interest rates. These are not bills that help Hoosiers. It's not bills that help Hoosiers. The author of the bill is Martin Carball, an accountant from Fort Wayne, and he's a Republican. You know, so and the supporters, there are supporters of the bill. You know, and I don't get it. I mean, it's obviously not helpful for working people who are struggling, trying to get ahead, trying to make ends meet when they're not getting raises and the cost of living keeps going up. That's terrible. You don't care about people, Brian Bosma. I said it. You do not care. You have no compassion. You do not care. You sit in your church pew and you pass bills like this. I said it. Taking words from Chris Rock, I said it. You don't care about people, Brian Bosma. Otherwise, you would have seen the damage that a bill like this would cause. Now, I'm going to switch gears real quick. And I'm going to piss some people off. As you see, I will go after Republicans for shadiness, not caring about people, doing things that are nefarious, you know, not looking out for Hoosiers. You know, Tim Brown in Crawfordsville doing everything he can to silence the Gary School Board, the duly elected Gary School Board. That's gone through the House and the Senate. So now you can elect people to sit on your school board, but somebody in Crawfordsville who's never probably even been to Gary, and if he has, he was passing through on his way to Chicago. He doesn't have any family, doesn't have any kids. He has no say in what goes on in that school system. Created a bill that said, listen, the school board in Gary is null and void. Those folks up there have no say in how their schools are being ran. That's terrible. So I get on Republicans. But today, since I don't have a guest, y'all can chalk this up later. If y'all want to come for me, come for me. I don't care. I want to talk about Marion County City County Council. tonight. Yep, I'm going to do it. I usually try to stay out of municipal politics because, you know, it's not my thing. It's not where, you know, when I fell in love with politics, I fell in love with politics from the state house level. It's just how it is. And everybody has their passion. Some people want to go to Washington. Yeah, I like Washington, but I don't want to go to Washington. I don't want to necessarily be a congressman. I want to take care of my state. I want to stay in my borders and do what I can for 92 counties. But this past 2-3 weeks, Democrats in my city county council, some Democrats in my city county council, some Democrats in my city county council have made some, what I call some crazy mistakes. Now, this ain't a black and white thing. I'm not coming at you like that. I'm coming at you like from a politician's point of view. Let's think about this for just a minute. The city of Indianapolis is the largest, the Marion County is the largest county with the greatest population, right? And prior to the 2014 year, and I want to say it was either the 2012 or 2013 Legislative General Assembly session, they voted to get rid of the 4 at-large seats that Marion County had, because those 4 at-large seats were being held by Democrats. So the Indiana General Assembly was being ran by Republicans, and they felt like, yo, if we get rid of these at-large seats, then we can probably take over the Marion County City County Council. Well, that would mean, if you think about it, that would mean Republicans would have control of the State House, and they would have control of at this time, you know, Ballard was the mayor, so you had a Republican mayor, and they thought they would be able to take over the City County Council. That would mean Republicans would have control of the largest economic driver of our state and the state. So Republicans were doing everything they could to take away Democrat power in Democrat strongholds. Marion County. So they were able to vote them out. You know, they told, you know, everything is supposed to be local, but Republicans at the State House said, nope, you will no longer have at-large seats. Okay, no problem. They had a redistricting, and there were Democrats who had to compete against each other. Now, I find that interesting that Democrats in Indianapolis didn't have a problem competing against each other, but Republican senators don't want to talk about, Indiana senators don't want to talk about redistricting because they don't want to have to compete against each other for Senate seats. But we did as Democrats in Marion County. Come on, man up. Man up. Woman up, or whatever it is. Compete. Some of it was contentious in 2015. Some of it wasn't nice. But you know what? We got through it. And when the Republicans thought that they were going to take over our city county council, because they got rid of those at-large seats, guess what? Democrats retained power. Democrats retained power, plus Joe Hogsett was now sitting on the 25th floor of the city county building. We had a Democrat mayor, and Democrats controlled the city county council. Guess what, Republicans? You were rebuffed. You didn't do and get what you were hoping to by removing those at-large seats. All right, so Maggie Lewis is the president. Congratulations for being the first African-American woman, being the city county council president. Fantastic. Now, I am all for anybody challenging for president of the council, vice president of the council, majority leader, minority leader. Everyone who is an elected councilman has the choice to throw their hat in any of those rings. And you know, do what Republicans do. You lobby and you get people on your side for why you want to be a leader in one of those seats. Well, that's not what happened this last go round. I don't know Reverend Clay very well, so I am not going to discuss any of his personal business because it's none of mine. That's just not how I roll. And because I don't know him personally, I can't make personal attacks about his mental capacity, his intellect, or any of those things. I am going to talk to you strictly from a political point of view. You don't give up your power after you've earned it. Barack Obama told him in 2008, and we were experiencing it as Democrats in 2017, 2018 until 2020. Elections have consequences. Democrats held on to the city county council and even had one more defect over to our side of the house or side of the council. Democrats were in control. But because there was a need to be president, I can't even tell you what that need was, what that desire was. They decided, and they decided that in the name of bipartisanship to give up power. I want you to go look at the State House and you tell me how many committees that Democrats chair. You tell me. I honestly don't know, but I bet if it's more, I don't think it's that many. I bet Republicans chair every house because they have a supermajority and they have control. They're not relinquishing that control. So why would a Democrat who wants to be the president of the council relinquish the power that we had and give it away to Republicans? I don't get that. I am not going to talk about anything other than the political side of things. Now, I will say this. Sometimes it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Now, Mike McClellan, you kind of pissed me off this week. And I have a lot to think about because you're my representative. You're my city county councilman. I'm just saying. I live in your district. Mike McClellan, I live in your district. There's an opportunity to run against you in 2019 if I choose to. I'm not saying that I am. I may try to recruit somebody that's qualified because I don't know if what Councilman Scales said was true or not true. She typed it up. It was on her page. I don't know if it was true or not true, but you were calculating. And you did what you felt like you needed to do to win control. And unfortunately, Councilman Clay went for it. But here's the thing. It wasn't just Councilman Clay. There were several other Democrats that went along with the shenanigans. Now, I'm not Team Maggie Lewis. Nope. I'm not Team Clay. I'm just looking at things from a strictly political point of view. You do not relinquish your power. When you've already seen them, Councilman Clay, you were there when they tried to get rid of your power by getting rid of the at-large seat. So why would you just hand it over to them like that? That's crazy. So the other thing is, yes, there usually is a turnover of administrators and clerks when there is a change in administration. A change in administration. If I don't know if he had the right or didn't have the right to fire the clerk, the assistant clerk, and the parliamentarian. From what I gather, he did not, because you have to do it from the whole council. The whole council has to vote on it. You decided to fire them. This tells you this is how I think. This tells you just a little bit how folks see the world. If you wanted to fire them, did you have to humiliate them? You could have walked them out at 5 o'clock, but you wanted to prove something or grandstand or something like that, with the cameras and walking these folks out. And 2 of them were black. So I don't know if it was I can't say it was a black-white thing because nobody controlled Councilman Clay's actions but Councilman Clay. So I'm not feeling that, but I'm just saying, you don't relinquish your power, and it's how you do things. Now, there's a lawsuit that was filed today. I don't know what the status of. You guys may know the status of it, since I had to drive out here from downtown. But apparently, when he brought out the bag. Now, when I saw the video of the shredded paper, well, the first thing I thought was, go to HR. That was the first thing I thought. If you're not sure if somebody is being paid correctly or things were not done correctly, you can always just go to HR, because everything in HR is public record. But that's not what you did. You got a bag and made accusations. I don't know why you did those things. I'm not going to sit up here and say that you did them because I don't know why you did them. But I know that if I want to know some personnel information about somebody and I have the right to access it, I go to HR. I don't worry about bags of open cabinets. There were cabinets that were open. I don't know, man. All I can say is that there were Democrats in that city county council that got suckered. You got suckered. You allowed the Republicans to manipulate us. I don't know why. Not all of them. And again, I'm not Team Maggie. I'm not Team Clay. I'm just looking at your actions. We had control of the council, city county council, of the largest county and the economic driver for the whole state, and we gave that power away. I'm just saying. It's a mess. I feel for all the people. Next time, Councilman Clay, go to HR. You will, alleviate yourself a little bit of headache. I don't think you had to do it that way. And I'm being polite. I think I'm trying to walk the line. I don't think that I'm being accusatory. I don't think that I'm taking sides. And if it seems that way, fine. But I'm just explaining it the way that I see it. And y'all may not see it my way. Everybody's not going to agree with me, and I get that. But from what I see, Councilman Clay and those Simpson and Monroe and Duke Oliver and Lakeisha Jackson, y'all gave away our Democrat power to Republicans. For what? We had zero power anywhere else. You gave it away. I don't know, and you have to tell me why. I don't know why. What did you see? Now everybody's got buyer's remorse. Everybody's regretting it. Everybody's running away from Clay. Not anything that I said. I haven't commented on this issue for weeks. Not anything that I've said. But now you're running away going, oh my God, when he fired the people, oh my God, you got a conscience. I don't know. I don't know if I can buy that one. But hopefully the Democrats will get it together. Hopefully you guys can sit down with the mayor and have a kumbaya moment, because I need the mayor to jump in this too. I mean, bring us all together as Democrats in Marion County and sort this thing out. Figure out how we can make each other better, because the direction that we've been going in the last 2 weeks is insane. It's just crazy. And again, I don't care about nobody's personal business. Nobody's personal business. I don't care. That's just how I'm putting it out there. But Mike McClellan, man, I never even wanted to run for city county council before. But you make me want to. You make me want to get a good candidate to run against you so I can stump for them and knock doors for them, because you are just on something. But I can't even just blame you. I got to look at my side of the house too, and I'm calling out my side of the house. Come on, we've got to do better. How can I ask people to join what we're doing as Democrats and get on board with the movement when they see people behaving in the way that we've been behaving as Democrats the last couple of weeks? I call out Republicans all the time, so this is me calling out my family. This one hurts. When you have to whoop your child, and you know how that hurts? Or you have to discipline your dog or your cat, how that hurts your heart? I'm hurting right now because y'all looking like fools, and I don't even know where else to go with that. I mean, get your stuff together, man. 2019 will be here, and you never know who's going to end up on the ballot in May. That's all I can tell you. That's a mess. Don't give up your power. I'm a rookie in this game. Don't give up your power. And it's not what you do, it's how you do. You didn't have to humiliate anybody, and you had to call nobody out. That's all I'm saying. All right. All right. Here we go. Oh, you know what? There was one other thing I wanted to talk about before I get to tomorrow's deadline. How much time I got? Okay, I got 15 minutes. I wanted to talk about briefly the unfortunate and untimely death of Edwin Jackson, the former Colts linebacker, and the Uber driver. And unfortunately, they don't put the Uber driver's name in here. And Jeffrey Monroe of Avon. I'm sorry, Jeffrey Monroe was the Uber driver. I know that it hurts us to think that people who are here illegally, who've been deported and keep coming back, is stressful. But don't act like legal citizens haven't been involved with drunk driving homicides. Don't make this about, whether he was deported and came back. Man, please, MAD was not founded. Mothers Against Drunk Driving was not founded because of, foreign nationalists in our country, getting drunk and committing homicides. No, it was regular everyday Hoosiers, regular everyday Americans who would go out, drink, get drunk, and kill people. So do not turn this into a DACA thing. Had nothing to do with DACA. This was a fool who obviously is smarter than our immigration because he keeps getting deported and keeps coming back. He was a fool. He had no sense of anyone else's life, and he did really. Oh my God, he changed the lives of so many people. Jeffrey Monroe was just trying to make a little extra money because he probably hadn't had a wage increase in years, and this was a way for him to make a little bit of extra money. Both of those lives were gone. It has nothing to do with DACA or illegals. Stop it. And Tyler Keita was the first one getting on, talking about this, that, and the other. I'm not feeling you, dog. Tyler Keita, please. I'm not feeling you. Go away. Donnelly will mop you up. I'm just saying. All right. Last thing, and we only have a few more minutes, and I want to make sure I get this out. Filing deadline, if you want to run for office, is tomorrow, February 9th at noon. You have to noon if you're going to run for office. Let me just break this down real quick. I know that there are several Senate seats, and I didn't get the number of Senate seats that were still available, but there are 31 House seats that Republicans own, and there is not a Democrat challenger. That makes me a little nervous. I'm a little nervous right now because that's 31 seats that y'all telling me. Now, this was as of February 5th. So maybe some more people filed and I just haven't seen the updated list, and that's fine. But I want to run down real quick the districts and the office holder, and maybe it'll spark some of you guys to, if you're thinking about running for House Rep, to get in the race and get in there now. District 4, Soliday from Valpo. District 13, Nagel from Attica. District 17, Jordan from Bremen. District 20, Pressel from LaPorte. Come on, LaPorte. We can get some Democrats votes up there. 21, Wesco from Mishawaka. I know we can get some Dem votes up there. Somebody needs to file. District 22, District 23, District 26, 30, 31, 41, 45, 48, Miller in Elkhart. Let me go back to 30, Kirkhoff in Kokomo. Come on, Kokomo. 45, Borders, Jasonville. 48, Miller in Elkhart. 52, 54, 55, 57, 62, Ellington and Bloomington. Come on, Bloomington. Come on, Regina Moore. I need y'all to get somebody to run in 62. 63, 64, 65, 67, 70, 73, 78, Sullivan in Evansville. Listen, I'm going to say this. Sullivan was the only Republican that voted against SB 309. The only Republican, but bruh, I got to flip some seats. And people down in Evansville, y'all ought to be up in arms because they don't mind poisoning y'all down there. They don't have no problems. Y'all need to be having some people on the ballot. 79, 83, 84, Fort Wayne, Morris and Fort Wayne. Come on, we got some people up there. And then 2 Indianapolis seats. 90, Speedy of Indianapolis. Come on, Naptown. And Frizzell, 93. Now, my buddy ran last year, and he did a dang good job. Maybe he'll put his name on the ballot. Maybe there's been some updates. I haven't seen any updates. So maybe there's an update on who's running since the 5th. And that's been a few days. So I know a lot of people have declared since then. But that's a lot. It's 31 seats, right? We only hold 30 seats in the entire House. And there's 31 seats where we don't have a Democrat on the ballot. We got to do better than that. Hopefully that number has changed since the 5th. But listen, a couple of things I want to share with you. As much as I implore good people to run for office, I don't know your capacity. I don't know what you're capable of. I don't know what your dreams are. If you have a passion for helping people and caring about people and doing things the right way, then run for office. There's a space for you. Don't get discouraged because somebody tells you what you should and you shouldn't do. So what? Think about this. Men been telling women for years what they could and they couldn't do. White folks been telling black folks what they could and couldn't do. Even had the audacity to like measure, the size of our head to prove that we didn't have the same brain capacity. Dog, really? Come on. 45 as president. He wants to have a military parade. Kind of moron is that? So there are a lot of people that are going to tell you what you can and what you can't do. Don't get discouraged. Don't allow them to stop you from living your dreams. Another thing, if you want to run for office, yes, there are people who are going to help you. I will be one of those people to help you. But I need you to do some things for yourself. If you say you want to represent people, you got to kind of do some of the things for yourself. Fill out your paper. If you need help with your paperwork, that's one thing. If you haven't downloaded it or looked at it or attempted, come on. I need you to do some of these things for yourself. There are people here that will help you. We've had training sessions. You can go online. There are multiple, in all 92 counties, there's a county chair. There's a Democrat county chair. If you've reached out to your Democrat county chair and they've not gotten back to you or someone from that office, now mind you, we're all volunteers. You let me know. I don't care what county, Floyd County, Switzerland County, Kosciuszko County, Cass County, I don't care. If you reached out to your party chair and you haven't had the opportunity or haven't had a chance to sit down and talk to them, reach out to me. And I'll see maybe they're busy. Maybe they're working 2 jobs. Maybe they're working 3 jobs. We don't know. Right? But what I am saying is, this is serious business. Running for office, yes, I implore you guys to run for office because this is our government. I was talking to a man today, a minister today. I'm not going to tell you his name because, he probably doesn't want me putting his business out there. And yes, I do talk to ministers. I talk to those that want to talk to me. I talk to the ministers who do not, I talk to ministers who understand that the divine may have a plan for me, whether they believe it or not. And we were talking today and he had told me that he had been interested in running for office. And he told me some of the reasons why he had pulled his name out. He said, he liked to be able to be free to say whatever he wants. I understand that because there are times I have to pull back because I can't say all the things that I always want to say as much as I want to say them. City County Council. And he talked about, some of the other nefarious dealings and behaviors of other humans and how they perform. But the message that I was able to give to him today is this. And I hope you all feel this from my heart because I mean it. I need good people to run for office because if good people sit back and let the selfish people or the self-promoting people or I'm out to get what I can get for myself people continue to run for office and control our government, then we will ultimately still feel the negative impact of their selfishness. The loan shark bill is a bill that is about somebody being selfish and wanting to take as much as they can from the least among us. That tax cut from the federal level are a bunch of people who could care less about the working everyday people and are lining their pockets. And so many of them have gotten their money and said, I'm not even running for office anymore. I'm not even going to defend this crap. I'm just going to leave. I'm not even going to run anymore. So if good people who have good intentions don't get involved in this thing we call politics and policy making and self-governing, then we're leaving our fate to those who may not have our best interests at heart. Good people, compassionate people, people who care about the environment, people who care about the least among us, those that care about the disenfranchised, those that care about the marginalized, those people that volunteer to recently released, inmates to get back into the environment. I need you guys to be the ones running for office, people who care. Don't worry about what somebody's going to say about you, because shoot, as my mother used to say, they talked about Jesus Christ. That's how she used to help me when I was coming home crying because somebody was making fun of me for my skin color or the way I looked or my last name or whatever it was. She would say to me, they talked about Jesus Christ. Now, you better than Jesus Christ? For my Jewish people, I mean, I don't know. You can relate that some other way, I guess. I don't know. I'm just saying, this is our government. I need the strong to stand up. I need those that are willing to fight to stand up. 2018 is our year. We have less than 12 hours left to make sure we fill as many seats as we can and get people on the ballot for 2018 in the primary. I need you guys to sign up. I need you guys to want to work. If you're not ready to run, make sure you volunteer for somebody, because they could definitely use your help. They need you. They need you to fight for them. They need you to knock doors for them. If you can't walk, they need you to make phone calls for them. Reach out to our seniors. They have more time than anybody. They're retired. Come on. Reach out to the seniors. Reach out to the young folks. They have more energy. Man, I remember my youthful energy. All gone. But this is important. We can't have a supermajority just passing any old thing they want, killing us. And I don't mean to be dramatic, but I mean, if Evansville is a cancer pocket and we kill bills to incentivize renewable energies to reduce, emission levels, then what is that? Connect the dots. Go complete the thought process. Go all the way through. It doesn't just stop at one thing. And why are they doing it? Understand why somebody's doing it. When I saw it was over $186,000 of money for a lobbyist money spent for a loan shark bill that allows these people to charge more money than the felony rate of 72%. People, I need you. I need you to be in this with me. I need you to have some compassion and some want to. That's what my mama used to call it, some want to. You got to get up and want to. You can't, I don't want the world to just happen to me or things to just happen to me. I want to be in control of some of the things that happen to me. Some things I can't control, right? But the things that I can have an impact on or an influence on, or, oh my God, just a little bit. If you have just a little bit of that where you want to make a difference, it could be in your county district. It could be in the township. It could be in the House rep. It could be Congress. I don't care. Just give back a little bit. Give a little of your time. I have to thank my wife because she lets me, and I don't usually bring her up because she's a much more private person than I am, and I try to be cognizant of that. But she deals with me being, people say all the time, Danny, you're everywhere. Well, trust me, when I get home, my wife wishes I was at home more. And she supports all the work that we're doing because she recognizes that it's bigger than me. It's not about me. It's about what we can do to make our state better. 92 counties. Get involved. Get yourself on the ballot. Make it happen. Everybody can do it. I know I was a nobody. I'm literally 2013. I'm finishing up grad school, about to have bariatric surgery. I didn't even think about running for office. But anybody can do it. Anybody can make a change in their community. And Democrats actually care about people. The other side, They continue to show you over and over again that they don't care about you, the environment, your family, none of that. Because actions speak louder than words. And their actions keep passing bills that harm Hoosiers. All right. That is my time for today. I am Indiana's own Dana Black. Thank you again for joining us on RadioNext.tv out here at Collaborative 317 in Hancock County. Join us next week. We will have a guest on hand. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the opportunity to chat with y'all soon.